All right, we're going to go local with this one. This is the next 5 to 10 years of large-scale development in DC. And just a quick disclaimer on this. I actually don't know a lot about this. Don't go buy a condo and say, Mike, you said this is going to open in a year. I'm just kind of winging this one. So there's basically 4 things I'm going to talk about. There's obviously more going on in the city. These are probably big enough that you've heard of them. And certainly if you're in Chinatown, you've experienced probably at least one of them. So the first one is the Wharf, which is down at the southwest waterfront. You can kind of see on the map there. The next one is the 3rd Street Tunnel, which is also, the development itself is Capitol Crossing. And that's just to the east of here. Ricky, I think you live by this. This is probably the construction you hear at 7 in the morning.
Yes, yeah.
Walter Reed, which is up on Georgia Ave, all the way almost at the boundary of DC and Maryland. And then Burnham Place, which is kind of Union Station area. So the Wharf, our first one, like I said, southwest waterfront. It's about a mile of shoreline between, I'm blanking, it's like 6th Street and 12th Street or something like that. It's a $2.2 billion project, apparently. It's 27 land acres and 50 acres of waterfront. It's going to be residences, offices, retail, hotel. And then there's also this new music venue called The Anthem, which is by the 930 Club people. And that's going to open, well, I'll get to that. But you know, a lot of bands would come to the 930 Club and they would sell out for 1 or 2 nights and they'd have to have shows. I can only assume they did this to host the kind of medium-sized acts that were just filling up the 930 Club. And they probably want something to anchor this. And there's also going to be this marina with 400 to 500 slips and a yacht club. Too swanky. It's the project plan. It's going to be done in 2 phases. I haven't seen phase 2. I don't think they released that yet. But phase 1, which is just, I mean, itself huge, is going to be a bunch of the residential buildings, the theater, the music venue, this yacht club, I believe, and then all the way on the side there's also this waterfront park. This is the rendering of what they think phase 1 is going to look like. You can kind of see the yacht club there. It's these buildings. Nice little waterfront stretch. And this would be phase 2 with the marina. So, I mean, this is a mile of waterfront, so pretty significant. And the status of this, phase 1, the waterfront park, which is on the side, is open. It has bocce courts. If you know me, you know I like to play bocce. 2 of the apartment buildings have apparently started leasing. And October 12th, 2017 is supposed to be the grand opening. They just announced, I think, the Foo Fighters are going to be the first band to play there.
Yes.
So that's, I mean, right around the corner. Then phase 2 is going to be a little bit from now. That's going to start Q3 2018 and supposedly finish up 2021. Who knows? This next one is the 3rd Street Tunnel, Capitol Crossing. You can kind of see on the map, you know, we're over here. This is a $1.3 billion project, 5 buildings, 7 acres. With this $1 billion numbers, I'm also not sure how much of that is the real estate development itself versus some of the road work, but it's a good number to quote. So this was in 2014, a picture of the area. You know, that's I-395 there, and it was just, you know, pretty ugly. And if you're trying to get from one neighborhood to the other, you'd have to go all the way around Mass Ave or I think E Street. So they decided to cover it and put buildings there and add a new on-ramp to 395. This is a little different view of it. So a lot more open space, much more walkable, kind of reconnect the neighborhoods, and of course add new residences, office, and I think a hotel. It's going to be a running theme. It's a lot of adding offices, retail, and hotel. So what's the status of this? Well, construction started, like I said, in 2014. The first building was, I think, scheduled to be done in 2018. So hang in there, Ricky. The next one after that, 2019, and the whole thing, 2022. Our third one is Walter Reed, or I guess what used to be Walter Reed, the former Army Medical Center. It's going to be more than $1 billion. That's about the best number I could find. 66 acres, so it's huge. It's going to be residences, retail, conference center, hotel. And then the State Department's going to have some stuff up there, which I think is going to be embassies. And then Children's Medical Center is going to have like a research center there also. And then if we're lucky, maybe Wegmans. Second Wegmans in the city. So this is what the area looked like in 2013 if you've never been there. I've honestly only been there once. That big building is the former hospital, and then I'm sure there's other stuff in the complex associated with it. This is what it might look like. This is the rendering off the developer's website. It's pretty cool. You can kind of see they're going to try and keep a bunch of these old buildings here, but then a combination of new construction as well. So the status of this is phase one. They just had some sort of like groundbreaking back in April. They're doing a bids for demolition of the hospital, and they're going to start preserving the existing brick buildings there. But they're not going to actually start building new stuff till 2018, 2019. The whole thing is going to take 10 to 15 years. It's kind of bumping out past the 5 to 10 years, but whatever. And then that's that. So the last one is Burnham Place. And this is basically the area above Union Station. This was actually written up in the New York Times maybe a few years ago, which is the first time I heard about it. And this is going to be a much longer phase thing, but this is billions of dollars. I saw 10 billion. I don't know if that's actually the number, but
It's a number.
it is a number. It's a big number, so we go with the big numbers. Amtrak has this plan that they released in 2012 called like Second Century or something, where they're going to triple the number of passengers that come to Union Station, double the number of trains, and they're going to reroute all these trains there. So, I mean, it's busy now. It's the busiest metro station. It's only going to get busier. And it's 14 acres, residences, offices, retail, and hotel. This is their project plan. Kind of tough to tell unless you know what's going on here, but this green yellow area is going to be the new kind of concourse where you pick up the trains, and there's a picture of what that looks like here, which is pretty sweet.
Wow.
I find this kind of surprising because I feel like that train would be really dirty and everything would be really dirty there, but who knows? For $10 billion, I'm sure they figured it out. And this is a rendering of what it might look like above. That wavy thing is the concourse I was talking about. And then just all the buildings around it. So the status of this is, don't hold your breath. Apparently the city's working on some H Street bridge that they have to finish, which they're saying 2019, 2020. And they're still holding public meetings. But that is going to be one of the biggest developments on the East Coast. So that is the next 5 to 10 years of DC.